Hi everyone, welcome to Disciplined Entrepreneurship Project. I am Abrar Ali and today I am along with my team Saad Ali, Mohammad Shamil and Mohammad Hamad Liaquat. We are taking you through MIT's 24-step framework to show how we are building one horizon up from absolutely scratch. So basically we are not just throwing ideas around here. We have actually gone through the whole structure process that MIT used to build real startups, and honestly it's been pretty eye-opening. Alright, let me show you what we have got. So this is one horizon. It's basically AI-powered platform. We are building for software development teams, and we are using framework called Disciplined Entrepreneurship from MIT. It's like a step-by-step playbook that helps you go from an idea to a actual business plan. So let's jump right in. All right. So here's what we are gonna cover. There are eight big questions we need to answer. First off, what's our idea? Like what we are actually trying to do here. Then why is this an innovation driven enterprise? Because there is a difference between starting, a local show versus building a something that can scale globally. We will explain that. After that, we get into the real meat. Who are we selling to? What problem are we solving for them? And how do they actually buy our product? And how do we make money? And then finally, how do we build this thing and how do we grow it? These are not random questions, by the way. This is literally the sequence MIT recommends. So everything structured. Let's start with the problem we found. Okay, so here's what we discovered, and this based on our actual research. We did not just assumptions. Look at these developers, people who write code. They are spending more than 6 hours a week just doing admin stuff, updating Jira tickets, attending stand-up meetings, writing status reports, stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with actual coding. 6 hours a week, that adds up to 312 hours a year. That's like 8 full working weeks just gone wasted on paperwork, basically. And then on other hand, you got a manager who didn't really know what's going on. So what they do? They keep asking developers for updates. Hi, where we are on this? What's the status? And every time they do that, they are breaking the developer's focus. When you are deep in work and someone interrupts you, that constantly. So the core problem is pretty simple. Developers wanting to build stuff. They don't want to be do admin work, but right now the system focus to them. That's the gap, and that's what we are fixing for them. So here's where One Horizon comes in. One Horizon is basically a B2B business to business AI platform. What it does is it takes all the work developers are already doing and automatically turns into those updates that manager needs. Think it like these developers are already writing codes, committing to GitHub, updating tickets, reviewing each other works. They're already doing all this stuff, right? So instead of asking them also write a separate status report or sit in the meeting to explain what they did. Our AI just watch all the activity in the background and generates the updates automatically. What updates automatically it gives us? No more manual stand-up notes. No more can you update Jira reminders. The AI handles it. Developers stay focused on coding. Manager get their visibility. Everyone wins. Okay, let me break down how this actually works because it's simpler than it sounds. So first we connect the tool teams are already using GitHub, Jira, Slack, Google Calendars, all that stuff. We are not asking anyone to switch to new platform or learn something complicated. We are just plug it into what they are already doing. Then our AI analyze everything, each commit, every code commit, every pull request, every ticket update, every meeting on their calendar, and it's constantly monitoring all their activities every time. And then it's automatically generate daily recaps, stand-up summaries, those deliver insights manager love, and even reports ready to show to the leadership. So the result, developers stay in what we call flow state, the zone where you are super productive, the stay there because there's zero admin interrupts. Manager get real-time visibility without bothering anyone, and this is the best part. Teams ship 25% faster. We actually test this with some plots, so 25% productive boost just by removing all the frictions. Alright, this is the part is really important for understanding what we are building. There is a big difference between what is called a SME, small medium enterprise, and a ID innovation driven enterprise. So an SME is like, let's say you open a restaurant or a consultancy. You are serving a local market, your city, maybe your region. Your growth is linear, and you make more money by working more hours or hiring more people. It's pretty straightforward, but you are limited. but you are also limited. You can't really scale behind the certain points because everything depends on the manual work and you are stuck in the one locations. But in a ID completely different game, global focus, we are not limited to one city or country. One Horizon is designed for dev teams where anywhere in the world, US, Europe, Asia, whatever. Exponential growth, it offers exponential growth. We are not scaling one to one. Our platform can grow through what's called the network effects. More user with the AI smarter, which brings more user, it compounds. Tech driven scalability, this is the key. Because we are using AI and cloud systems, we can serve 10 customers or 10,000 customers without massive increasing our cost. It's software, so it scales automatically. That's a big difference. We are not building traditional business here. We are building something that scale globally with technology. That's what make this idea to an idea. Let's come to the point why one horizon is an idea. Let's make this even clear with four specific points. Number one, global addressable market. We are going after some developers worldwide, and there are about 10 million developers out of there who fit our customer profile. This isn't just for Pakistan or just for US, it's for global from day one. Number two, exponential growth potential. Our product is software based, right? So going from 100 customers to 10,000 customers doesn't mean we need 100 times more employees. That's the beauty of software, it scales up. Number three, technology driven scalability. We are built on AI, we are on the cloud. The tech skills automatically we can serve our team in California and the team in the Germany at the same time, same platform, no extra effort. And the last number four, scalable product revenue. Monthly recurring revenue. Once we got a customer, they stick around, they pay every month. It's predictable, it's recurring, it's not one time project billing. Check, check, check all four criteria. That's why One Horizon is a purely innovation driven enterprise startup. Okay, now let's talk. So there are three terms we use in the entrepreneurship: TAM, SAM, and SOM. Let's make TAM, total addressable market. This is like we could magically sell to everyone who could possibly use our product. How big is this market? The total market is worth about 3.4 billion. That's the whole pig. And the total serviceable addressable market, this is the more realistic slice we actually go after with our product right now. That narrow it down to 850, around 850 million. Still a massive amount as compared to the total. And then the last thing, serviceable obtained market, also called beachhead market. This is where we are actually starting early stage startup dev teams. That's about 500,000 developers, which is actually 174 millions market. Now here's the thing: even if we only capture 1% of that BH in our first year, that's about 1.7 million in our revenue by year three. If we got 5%, we are looking at 8.7 million. So that's cover the first part, what our idea is and why it is an innovation driven enterprise and the market opportunity we are going after. And finally, Sadali, over to you.
Thank you, Abrar. Now that we have the foundation, I am going to take you into our heart of tragedy, the customer. In this section, I will answer two critical questions. How exactly are we serving and what unique value do we create for them? I will walk you through our market segmentation, our specific beachhead market selection, and the end user profile, our value proposition, and how exactly we position against our competitor. Let's start understanding our customer. Step 1. In the market segmentation, we start by brainstorming every possibilities customer segment that could benefit from one horizon. We identify 10 potential market, startup dev with 5 to 20 developer, mid-sized software companies, enterprise IT department, development agencies, freelance and development group, remote fast tech approaches, internal platform team, product management, university lab, and open source communities. This board brainstorming was intentional. We want to see all possibilities before narrow down. The key is to cast net wide first, then validate through research, and finally focus on most promising segment. To narrow down our 10 segments, we use MIT 7 key criteria. First, is the customer well funded? Can they actually afford our product? Our customer accessible? Can we reach them directly through a complex sales channel? Third, do they have a compelling reason to buy? Is their pain urgent enough? Fourth, can we deliver a complete product solution today? Fifth, is there fixed competitor that could block us? Sixth, if we win this segment, can we leverage this to enter adjacent market? And seventh, does this market match our team value and passion? We systematically score all the segment against the criteria and three clear winners emerged. Our top three analytics were startup development team, mid-sized software companies, and development agencies. When we compare them systematically, startup web team with 5 to 20 developers score highest across all criteria. They have a very high pain. They are growing fast and filling inefficiently and critically. They are accessible. Can we reach them directly through LinkedIn, Product Hunt, and startup communities? They are well funded. Series A and Series B company have budget for productivity tool. Competition is weak. No one is serving this segment, exact segment with our approach. Their leverage potential is high. Winning startup open source to mid-size companies and enterprise later. And it is perfect fit for our team. We understand startup culture and developer workflow and immediately. This is our beachhead market. Step 4. Calculating the total addressable market for our beachhead. We use bottom-up and top-down analysis. There are approximately 42,000 Series A and Series B funded startups globally according to the Crunchbase. About 80% have engineering team in the 5 to 20 developer range, giving us 33,600 companies. On those 90% use modern agile workflow with GitHub, Slack, Jira, 13,000 target companies. With an average team size of 12 developers, we have 3,10,000 total end users at $29 per user per month or $348 per year, and our total addressable market is $125 million. We validate this top down 27 million developers globally, time 1.5% working at a startup with modern Slack, giving us a 5,000 developer or about $141 million. Our conservative estimate is $130 million, a total addressable market for the beachhead alone. Step 5. Building a detailed end user profile. Meet Alex Chan, our ideal customer. Alex is a 25-year-old mid-level full-stack developer with a 5 year of professional experience. He has a computer science degree earned between $75,000 to $95,000 annually in the US market and at work a Series A and Series B funded startup with about 15 developers on the team. Alex is located in tech hub like San Francisco, New York, Berlin, or London. On the tech side, Alex works with a modern Slack like React, Node, Python, GitHub, VS Code, Jira, and also activate in developer communities. Psychographically, Alex values autonomy, efficiency, and creating impact. He is frustrating by micromanagement, wasting time on admin tasks and bureaucratic process. Now that we clear understand who our customer and the next question become what exactly can we do for them. In this section, I will explain how One Horizon solves this problem, what feature are we provide and why our value proposition is different from the existing solution in the market. One Horizon is built on 5 core modules. First, the daily recap engine automatically aggregate all development activities and use AI to generate progress summarized with text-based tracking. Second, our roadmap and planning module helps team defining a strategic goal, automate sprint planning, and map daily work those goals. Third, our insight and data module detect blocker, tracking time velocity, and predict risk before they become critical. Fourth, our AI assistant naturally language queries, automated report generate, and proactivate recommendation. Fifth, our integrations layer seamless connect to GitHub, Jira, Slack, and Google Calendar. For a typical 12% development team, we save 72 hours per week. At an average developer cost of $16 per hour, that's $4,320 saved per week, or $2,24,614 annually in the recovered productivity. Beyond time saving, our pilot customer reporting shipping 25% faster due to better planning, reduced context switching, and they have reduced a bug by 15% because of clear alignment. Before One Horizon, 6 hours per week on a manual update, long stand-up meeting, outdated Jira ticket, and no real visibility. And after One Horizon, fully automated updated, a sync stand-up with 5-minute real-time visibilities, auto-sync workflow, and always current leadership board. Now step 10 and step 11. Focus on defining our core value and competing position. Our core value has a 4 major strengths. First, we use AI first, not reporting first. We do not simply collect data. We understanding development context and workflow. Second, we require zero manual input. Everything is 100% automatically through existing tool integration. Third, our platform is developer centric. This is designed for developer first and manager second. And fourth, our roadmap first philosophy ensure that every daily activity connect back to the strategic company to complete our customer and values analysis. We know exactly how we are serving and what pain we solve and why we are different from competitor. Muhammad Ahmad, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Saad. I am Mohammed Hamad, and in this section, I cover two critical themes. And the first one theme is how customer acquire a product, and another one is how we make money. I walk you through the decision-making process, our sales funnel, our business model, and pricing strategies, and the economics of customer acquisition. Let's start with understanding who makes the buying decision. Now we are on step number 12, identifies the customer decision making unit who actually decides to buy our product. In a typically 15% startup, there are four key players and we discuss it. And the first one is the champion, usually an engineer, manager, or team lead who will be the primary user. They have 40% influence and are motivated to make their team more productive. Their pain is being constantly asked for status updates. And now we are going to the second one, the economic buyer, the CTO or VP of engineering who holds the budget. They have 35% influence and wants to maximize ROI, return on investment, and scale efficiency. Their pain is not being able to see real progress without interrupting developers. And the third one is an influencer, typically a senior developer with 15% influence who wants to reduce admin work and focus on coding. And fourth one, the approval, often the CEO or founder for new tool purchases with 10% influence but final authority. No, we see the flow, design pattern flow like this. The champion discovers our startup one horizon and tests it with their team and shows return on investment to the economic buyer who approves it. So now we are on the step number 13 of the MIT's Discipline Entrepreneur, and this step about the AI process to acquire a paying customer. Our customer journey has five stages. Stage number one is awareness. We drive traffic through product hunt launches and developer community posts on Reddit and Hacker News and LinkedIn content and SEO blog articles. And the stage two is interest. Visitor lands on our websites, watch a 2-minute demo video, and maybe download a case study, and 8% click the art free trial. And stage 3 is trial. User experience self-service support onboarding, connect GitHub and Jira and Slack in about 5 minutes. Stage 4 is evolution. The champion shows ROI data to their CTO, will provide custom reports, offer demo calls if needed, and address security questions. And the last stage is purchase. They check out online with credit card, preferably on annual contracts, and get immediate access and receive a onboarding call. We use a product-led growth model combined with inside sales. First is lead generation through SEO, LinkedIn outreach, referrals, platforms like Product Hunt, and from this we target around 400 qualified leads every month. Next is trial activation where user experience the product through automated onboarding and in-app guidance. Our goal is to help users see value within the first 24 hours with a 50% activation rate. After that, our sales team identifies the most engaged users and schedules. Then we move to personalized demos showing return on investment based on their actual workflow and trial data. The next stage is proposal and negotiation, where we engage decision makers and finalize deals. Finally, customer success handles onboarding after closing. Overall, our sales cycles take around 3 to 4 weeks, and each month we convert 400 leads into 7 closed deals and bringing in about 85 new users. So now we are on the step number 15, and in this step we're designing our business model, and we operate as a B2B SaaS subscription business. Our primary revenue system is per user monthly subscription, $29 per user per month on the individual plan, and $25 per user for a team of 5 or more, and custom pricing for enterprise with 50 plus users, premium sport tires, and API access for custom integration. On the cost side, our fixed costs total 1.13 million annually, and that's 5 engineer at $600,000 product and design at $180,000 and sales and marketing at 240,000 and cloud infrastructure base at $60,000 and office and admin at $50,000. Our variable costs are very low per user, $15 for cloud hosting and $8 for customer support and $10 for payment processing, total $33. Our margin analysis shows strong unit economics. We generate $348 in revenue per user annually at $29 per month. To break even, we need 1.13 million divided by $315, which is 3,587 users, or about 299 paying teams of 12 users each. This is an achievable target within 18 months. So now we are discussing step number 17 and step number 19, and both focus on two key business metrics: customer lifetime value and customer acquisition cost. For lifetime value, our customer generates $348 per year with a 90% gross margin and an average lifetime of around 4 years. Based on these numbers, our estimated lifetime value is around $1,500 per user. For customer acquisition cost, we spend about $576,000 annually on marketing, sales, ads, sponsorships, and tools. And from this, we acquire around 304.56 new users each year. That gives us a customer acquisition cost of about $167 per user. When we compare both numbers, our LTV to cost of customer acquisition ratio is 9 to 1 in SaaS business. Anything about 3 is considered healthy. So 9 shows very strong unit economics. Our payback period is also strong. We recover the acquisition cost in about 6.5 months, while the industry targets usually under 12 months. This means our business model is highly scalable and efficient. So that's cover our customer acquisition strategy and revenue model. We have a proven sales process with strong unit economics, from LTV lifetime value to cost of customer acquisition of ratio 9 to 1 and 6 month payback. Now I hand over to Muhammad Shamil, who will explain how we design and build our product and how we scale the business. So please, Muhammad Shamil, over to you.
Thank you, Ahmad, for that. And hi, everyone. I am Muhammad Shamil, and in this part, I am gonna walk you through two big questions. How do we actually build this product, and then how do we scale it? So we have talked about the market, we have talked about customer, and we have talked about making money. It's like okay, but how do we actually build these things? And once it's built, how do we grow it from 10 customer to 10,000? That's what we are covering. All right, so step 20 is all about identifying our key exemptions. Basically, these are things we think are true, but we have not actually proved yet. And in entrepreneurship, if you build your whole business on wrong assumption, you are done. So you gotta test these. We identified 12 critical exemption across different categories. Let we just run through the riskiest one because these are the ones that could actually kill the business. Number one, will clinic actually pay $29 a month for AI automation? Like in that point, in price point acceptable. We mark this as high risk because if they do not pay, we do not have a business. Number two, in WhatsApp, the right channel for patient communication. We think it is, but what if patient prefer message or phone call? Medium risk, but we need to validate. Number three, this is a big one. Can our AI actually understand Urdu well enough to handle appointment booking? This is Pakistan. People speak Urdu. In our NLP, National Language Processing, is not good enough. The whole thing fall apart. High risk. Number four, will clinic staff actually adopt this without needing ton of training? Because if we have to spend week training every clinic, that kill our scalability. And number five, can we actually keep customer loss at 12% annually? So we have got about five high risk assumption here that we absolutely must validate before we got all in on. And that exactly what the next step is about, testing these assumptions for real. Okay, so step 22 is defining what we are actually gonna build. Now, there's difference between MVP and MVBP. You have probably heard of MVP, minimal viable product, right? That's like the smallest version you can build to test an idea. But we are going with MVBP, minimal viable business product. That means the smallest version you can actually generate revenue. So we narrowed it down to five core modules. One, core integration. We need to connect with GitHub, Jira, Slack, and Google Calendar. Without these, the system cannot pull in the data it needs. Two, daily recap engine. This is where the AI aggregate all the activity and generate progress summaries. Three, stand-up automations. AI generate startup report, send via Slack yesterday, today, blocker all automate. 4. Inside dashboard, basic analysis, team velocity, blocker identification, weekly report, manager need to see. 5. Security and complaint, SOC 2 Type 1 GDPR complaint, role-based access. We are dealing with company data, so security is non-negotiable. These 5 modules, this is what we need to launch and start getting paying customer. Everything else comes later. Now, obviously, the first version is not the final version, right? So we are plan out what comes next in two phases, P1 and P2. P1 features. These are months 7 to 12, basically the rest of year 1. Roadmap planning. Visual drag and drop. Prioritization. Team can map out their sprint visually. Advanced analyst. Burn down chats, forecasting, all that good stuff. Extended integration, GitLab, Gitbucket, Azure, DevOps. Right now we are just doing GitHub. AI assistant, plain English queries like hi, show me progress on the login features, natural language interface. Mobile app, iOS and Android, so people can check update on the go. The key there is focus. We are not trying to build everything at once. We build what generate revenue first, then expand based on what customer actually want. All right. So that building the product. Now let's talk about scaling. How do we grow this thing once it builds? Because having a great product, it's one thing. Growing into thousands of customers, that's different challenge. So, step 23 is probably the most important validation step. It's guard so that the dog will eat the dog food. Basically, it means proof that the real customer actually use and love your product. So here that we did. We enrolled 12 startup dev team, fintech, health tech, SaaS, e-commerce companies about 8 to 18 developer per team, every 12. So total 144 developer in the pilot. Engagement quality. 97% are using the daily recap features. 89% are using but they're the money metric, productivity outcomes. And the best part, 11 out of 12 team convert to paying customer. That's a 92% conversion rate from beta to paid. So yeah, the dog are absolutely devoring the dog food. People love this product that use it daily and they are willing to pay for it. That a validation. Alright, step 14 is about follow on market. Where do we expand after the beachhead? Our beachhead is startup dev team, $130 million TEM. That's where we start. Follow on market 1. Mid-sized software companies, 8,500 companies globally, 85 developer average, TEM $217 million. Follow on market 2. Dev agencies, 15,000 agencies, 28 developer average, TEM $136 million. There, they manage multiple client project and need client facing report. Fall or market 3. Enterprise IT team 2200 enterprise 320 developer average. TM $186 million. Total TM across all four segments $669 million. 25% of the 3.4 billion developers. Let's start step 24. Our product roadmap for the next 3 years. Year 1. Nail the beachhead. MVBP launch 5 core modules. SOC2 Type 1 target 50 teams. Year 2 move up market to mid-size. We add OK or integration enterprise SSO audit log AI assistant with natural language queries and client facing future for agencies target 1800 total team. Year 3 enterprise and agencies on-premise development prediction analyst mobile app multi-language AI marketplace target 3500 team across all segments. So yeah, we know what we are building. We know it work, we know people will pay for it, and we know how to scale it. Now I am gonna hand it over to Abrar Ali to bring it all home.
Thanks, Shamil. So we just taken you through all 24 steps of MIT's disciplined entrepreneurship framework applied to one horizon, our AI platform for developer productivity. We have taken you through the complete journey from identifying the problem to building the solution to scale the business. We know our customer, we have validated the demand, the economic work, and we have clear path forward. As we say, let developers build and let AI handle the rest. That it farmers, we are the team of one horizon. Thank you for your time.